I want to get started today with some more news about the duggard family. Apparently, they're in the news again because they were trying to run over a cat, and the rest of the family was cheering. Now I want to bring to your attention something that happened 8+ years ago. I remember seeing it on the news. Three black men were surrounding a child who was also black, and one of them was holding a shotgun to his head. Now that's all I heard about that. No criticism whatsoever. Yay, more liberal hypocrisy. Now I want to talk about the woman who poisoned a 5-year young son because she got convicted. But a conviction is not enough. I want to make this as clear as I can. This person should lose her life because she took a life. Murderers, rapists, child molesters, who needs them? We're not talking about some druggie who turned his life around and gets a second chance. We're talking about someone who does harm to others. People who categorize with that type of behavior are not allowed to get a second chance because they took the life or the innocence of one too many victims, which would be one. Why would we want to take the chance of allowing a murderer to be convicted, then put in prison, then a couple years later murder another child? Listen, if I were in the courtroom, this is how it would go down. Accused would state the crime, in this case poisoning a child. I would then sentence her to death. Two guys would hold her arms up, put a black bag over her head, then shoot her. If I could just say, to me, that would be social justice, a life for a life. But that's not the case. Fat people, black people, women are part of today's social justice scale. You know what? In middle school, a fat person teased me one time. He said to me, "You want a quarter?" I said, "Yeah." So he threw it over my fucking head into the snow. A black person hit me in the head with a tennis ball when we were playing tennis for gym class. And a woman who I bought a necklace for, I asked her to go to the high school dance with me. She said, let me check if anyone else asked. So I asked her again. She said the same thing. Lo and behold, I was in TV media, and I saw her on the monitor with a couple of friends. She just didn't want to go with me. I feel like I can say this because like only 5 people watch my videos. The only people who didn't treat me like shit in school were the gays. And now I hate them because I like the gay man, Curtis Nickerson. I mentioned him in a previous video, but he didn't like me. He lied to me and said he didn't have social media, even though my brother is friends with him on Facebook. I can't say I hate those types of people because that would be racist, anti-fat, sexist, the works. I'm sick of it. One of the special interest groups I mentioned, fat people, and speaking of which, did you hear about what's going to happen in 2018? Apparently the treatment of animals in the circus was not humane to some people, and the said animals were elephants, which are elephants, excuse me, are going to be moved. What I don't understand, and what I will not ever understand, is that why do people feel the need to protect animals from being mistreated, but when innocent people are getting killed by Islamic extremists, well, I'm not saying we should be moved, but something should be done about this. Borders. First images of the new Supergirl released. Former Glee actress Melissa Benoist's look embraces the past with a little added street style. Dean Cain's mysterious role. Are finishing school for trans women. La Femme teaches men how to dress, walk, talk, and act like women. This is Dean Cain's mysterious role. He has Superman killed off, goes to the school, becomes a woman, and now he is a stunt double for Supergirl. Call me old-fashioned, but I thought that was what Wonder Woman was for, having a female superhero. Michelle Obama blamed for loss of Taco Tuesday. When her campaign altered Trip Kilbert's lunch menu, he took his complaint to the White House. Clever note. And it just so happens I have the transcript of the note right here. Dear Michelle, You are indeed a transsexual. When you had a wardrobe malfunction and out of your dress your testicles fell. Well, you tell kids not to be overweight, but you want women to embrace it. Let's face it, you getting rid of Taco Tuesday is just a plot for us kids to spend more money at McDonald's for tasty food so you can say the school isn't getting funded enough so you can raise taxes on the middle class. I can almost taste it. I can see right through your phoniness, you drip. Sincerely yours, Trip. Okay, obviously that's not the note, but I want to move on. Terrorism suspect says he would have shot Obama. Christopher Lee Cornell calls a TV stage from jail and confesses to being a supporter of the Islamic State. Plotted U.S. Capitol attack. Come on, Obama, embrace the Muslims like you tell us. Remember when you released that Muslim who tried to poison the water supply? He was released early for time served. In a matter of time, you should release Christopher for the same reason. And when he does get released, might I suggest flying a plane into the White House? Boy causes stir with Christian Grey costume. Liam Scholes arrived for book day dressed as a lead character from 50 Shades of Grey. Banned from photos. I guess you people are forgetting what happened to an 11-year young girl. The daughter, who was 11 years of age, was killed by being stretched out on a bondage table. As far as I know, the woman isn't banned from anywhere for killing her daughter, but this kid is for dressing up as a character and not killing someone. It's hypocrisy. Before I go, I just want to report one more thing. Can a traumatic childhood affect your adult health? Negative experiences as a child may predict undesirable health outcomes later in life. Suppose a child with same-sex parents frequently visits his friend. Then same-sex parents make that child get a sex change, like that gay couple in Texas did to their kid. Then he visits his friend, and the friend notices he is not a he anymore. The friend will be traumatized because at a young age, you have no idea what a sex change operation is, not to mention the child getting said operation. Two dads who made their child become a girl have an encounter with a child who has a mom and a dad. What I'm trying to say is that this kind of stuff isn't exactly positive. And when that child grows up, who is she going to get married to? Is another sex change going to be done? We don't know.